This is the poem that I asked to be the featured poem for because it's about 10 minutes long. And the title is Politics on a Birthday Card. And the subtitle is 6 Stanzas for Martin Joseph Marshall Sizemore on his 50th birthday in this world of bullshit. And my few introductory remarks are, over 13 years ago, Martin turned 50. We've been friends for decades. I wrote him a poem full of love. And over the years, the poem has changed. I mentioned some of the things that I liked about him, which is that he challenges the culture that we live in, and he has for years, and he keeps on doing it, and I found that really important. But then the poem changed into something else, a way of me dealing with my own despair at how ugly the world can be, and how unfair, and how cruel. And so I began to work on that level about how do I endure this, and I realized that what helps me is that people just come up from the earth. People just are born and come up, and they challenge the cruelty of the world, and Martin is one of them. He's certainly not the only one, and in fact, Martin protests in the poem. You'll see for yourself. So anyway, it's become a different poem. And I'm glad to honor Martin here, but Martin is really not the saint that I make him out to be, and he insists that I tell you that, so let's be clear about that.
We would never have guessed, right?
So, Politics on a Birthday Card, 6 stanzas for Martin Joseph Marshall Sizemore on his 50th birthday in this world of bullshit. 1. Ah, Martin, the American Republic seems dark to you. It seems dark to me as well, and drives me to despair. Rich guys have bought the keys to communication. Wise guys on TV foam at the mouth to distract the public. Legalized swindles take place right in front of us every day. I started this poem over 13 years ago, but things haven't changed much. Romney's promising to help the poor by weakening laws against pollution and cutting taxes on the rich. Yeah. Corporations shape information to influence how we see the world. All they want is profit. But most of us citizens who are well off enough, we're doing okay, and we choose not to notice or are silent. So we go along. This winter, I am planning a fine vacation to a place with sunny beaches. 2. We read about the past in books the winners write. The enemies are described as less than human, like the savage Indians. We put the mask of devils on their heads. That way we don't look closely at ourselves. We build a vast army to protect our wealth. We spend almost as much money as the other nations combined. No one protests. No one seems upset. No one causes a fuss. But we watch better TV shows, better video screens, better cell phone screens. We let them dislodge the natives. cut down the trees for cattle feed, or drill for oil, but when it contaminates the land, pay as little as possible. We steal what's left of the world. It all appears so huge and hopeless, so hard to swim against, so upstream. 3. That's okay. Thank you. Hold your 3. Ah, but there is you, Martin. There is you. You openly refuse to accept their lies. You clamor for the truth. In a miracle, you have risen inevitably from the soil like some weed. You swim upstream to spawn. The ultimate contradiction to this theft is you, dear friend. This explains why Martins have long been opposed. Not just here in the United States, but in nations everywhere. Religious zealots, or corporate hacks, or government agents, military forces. They seek your kind out to stop you, to silence you in any way possible because you gum things up. Rulers control the world and exterminate endless crowds of souls. Yet you stand out, I hope you don't mind me saying this, like an unruly strand of hair in George Bush's asshole. 4. 4. All right, Martin, don't stop me. I hear you. I'm using you to make a point. I've idealized you. I made you into a myth, a saint. Okay. It could be anybody. It doesn't need to be named Martin, okay? So maybe the well-funded National Orchestra contains Martinas, Martinellas, Martinachos, I don't know, who blow wild jazz notes that are dissonant, dissident, full of heart, and which ruin the Star-Spangled Banner. Or you show up repeatedly with different faces. A Martinsky on the docks of Poland, and El Martain among the cities of the Muslims. There are San Martins squatting in the forests of the South. I'm not sure of the name. Is speaking in Chinese. Hopefully, they are not self-righteous and can find humanity in their opponents. They do not stop, though they could die. And maybe their work will not be effective. Time will erase the personal messages they carry. 5. This is my favorite one. 5. Nevertheless, they go underground. They move to dams built out of landfill. Dams constructed to hoard the water, hoard the truth, and keep it from people. They dig tunnels through the layers of crap. Layers of crap. Below the surface, they hope to find secret geological faults, along which the groundwater could flow to undermine and erode the dams. This may take some time. Groundwater finally washes out the foundations beneath the dams, and so the dams collapse to clean the dishonored bones of the murdered, collapse to wash the unremembered bones of the disappeared. 6. Martin, you were meant to grow from this earth so that I could give up my pessimism. That's why I'm glad you were born. My reassurance from Mother Nature. If you're not perfect, at least you look beyond the billboards. Some folks think you're crazy. I just see a sweet, persistent man, a brother balding and grizzled, a guy protesting in the desert. I love you, Martin, and we love you too. We need you. We'll love the future Martins after you are gone. You honor the abandoned poor and the truth of rejected outcasts. It is you, sweetheart. You, lovely Carino mio. You are the contradiction in the face of the false. In the face of false, you are a proof that beauty is unkillable. That beauty is unkillable. That beauty is unkillable. Now I don't have to be a featured poet anymore. Oh, thanks. 2 more poems. The last one's a small one.